Who doesn't love an IROC? This is a 1987 Chevrolet Camaro IROC, 54,000 miles, tuned port injected 5.7. Let's take it for a test drive. I feel like I need some like Motley Crue or something on while I'm driving this car. It is a 1987 Chevrolet IROC Camaro. This one has a lot of good stuff going for it. For starters, it is a 54,653 actual mile car. Runs and drives fantastic. It does everything you'd want a lower mileage IROC Camaro to do. This one is optioned with the tuned port injected 5.7, so you have the better motor. Obviously, it's got the 700R4 automatic overdrive transmission behind it, so you can cruise this thing at 70, even 80 miles an hour. It is a great driving IROC. Factory AC has been converted to R134A. It blows nice and cold. The heater also is hooked up and works correctly. Again, this is a 50,000 and some change actual mile car, so it does everything you want it to do. It is super tight out on the open road. We're cruising at 65 or so right now, and it is like driving a new car almost. You have your power four-wheel disc brakes, your power steering, and this one still retains all of its factory exhaust. It's manifolds, crossover pipe. You have your factory muffler and tailpipes coming out the back. I personally like an aftermarket exhaust on these. They sound great with Flowmasters, but if you like the stock exhaust with how stock this car is front to back, you can leave it exactly like it is because the original exhaust is in really nice condition. As far as your interior goes, I believe it's 72L is the code, which is dark carmine. It's red. Basically, it's red interior. The seat covers are in excellent condition, front and back. The carpet, the floor mats, door panels, and the dash all look excellent. You have your visors, you have your headliner around the T-tops. All of that shows great. On the piping on the edge of the driver's seat from where you get in and out, there's just minor little wear there. You'll see photos of that in the additional media section on the website, pcclassiccars.com, so make sure you guys check that out. But your console, your factory gauges, all that's in great condition. You have cruise, you have tilt, you have your factory stereo, and then a couple options that this one was ordered with. You have the overhead console right here, which is really cool, and then, excuse me, and then you have the auto dimming rear view mirror, which again, really cool little option. To be honest, I haven't had this thing out at night, so I don't really know if the auto dimming really does a whole lot, but it is there. It is a cool little feature that this IROC has. And then your overhead console's cool. You got your little storage compartment. Got a cool little map light, dome light button. All those work. Just a really cool little optioned overhead console there. As far as the Does It Work section, which you can find in the additional media section on the website, pcclassiccars.com, the few items that I have is the speedometer's off by a few miles an hour, but it is working properly. It's just, again, just off by just a few miles an hour for GPS. The washer fluid sprayers aren't spraying any fluid. Don't know exactly why. Maybe the little nozzles could just be plugged up, or maybe the little pump needs to be replaced, but the washer fluid sprayers aren't spraying any fluid. And then the cruise control works, but the little button on the very end to engage the cruise, it's kind of intermittent, but if you push the little toggle arm into the resume button while you're on cruise, it will engage the cruise. The cruise does work, just a little button on the very end is kind of intermittent. But this is a really good car. It's really nice on this inside here. All the plastics, which are really notorious for getting beat up and cracked and broken, are all very nice. The door panels are excellent. They're rated at 225 horse and 330 foot-pounds of torque for the TPI 5.7. So it runs well for what it is. You're not buying an IROC to be the fastest car out on the road. You're buying an IROC because you love this stuff from the 80s. And this one, again, being the tuned port injected 5.7, is going to be the best setup for me. Obviously, you're not getting a manual transmission behind that setup. You had to have the 5-liter. But the 700R4 shifts exactly like it should. On the underneath, no issues of any kind. The floors are excellent, no rust problems. Looks like it's been a well cared for car since new. Again, being a 54,000 mile example, it shows underneath exactly like it's supposed to show. On the exterior, you have your factory T-tops, which are absolutely kick-ass. So T-tops, you have your T-top bags in the back. So T-tops are great. Your factory IROC wheels are great. Tires are a 2025 date coated on the tires. And then on the paint, it is coated out as the flame red or the bright red, depending on which location that you look. They call it both. It's bright red or flame red. These cars are notorious for the actual vehicles fading different than the front and rear bumpers and the side skirts and the spoiler. The paint appears to be original on the flat surfaces and the doors. I can't tell you if the front and rear bumpers or the side skirts or the spears on the sides of the doors have been repainted or not, because they fade a little bit different. Those look a little bit brighter than the rest of the car. You can see it clearly in the photos that like the hood to the front bumper looks like a little bit of a different red. But on these cars, owned a ton of them over the years, and they're very notorious for that. Unless it's like a black or a blue, where you can't really see the difference. The brighter colors like these reds, I've kind of seen it very notoriously, unless they've been fully repainted, that the plastics on the car look a little bit brighter than the metal. Again, walking around the car, it's got its imperfections, it's got its nicks and flaws, because I do believe it to be original paint. Outside of if they repainted the bumpers or the side skirts, I have no way to really know, because a paint gauge isn't really going to tell me that on the plastics. But the car still represents nice, but you can see a difference from the red on the bumper to the hood, and then the rear spoiler to the deck lid, and you'll see the side skirts as well. If you look close at the photos, you can kind of see the difference, but it still is a really good looking car. If someone wanted to change that, you could. You'll see photos of the imperfections in the additional media section on the website, pcclassiccars.com. Outside of the, again, different little red variations, it still is an excellent looking car. It is an 87, it is tuned port injected, and you have T-tops, and it's great miles. If someone wants to enhance the cosmetics at some point, to each their own on that, you can do with it what you want, but it is still a good looking car. As far as the driving position, these seats are super comfortable. The console's in an excellent spot. Inside the console, you have your RPO codes over there, which break down all of the options. This one has, again, a few really cool options in here. You do have your rear defrost as well. You have your power windows, your power locks. You have your electric release here for the deck lid. You have your tilt. You have your cruise. You have your cigarette lighter there, which we don't need to burn myself today, but it is there. And the driving position is super comfortable. These seats are great, easy to see out. Obviously with the T-tops is really cool. Makes it for a really cool driving experience overall. Interior turn signals work correctly. We'll roll into the throttle here. Little tire squeal there going into a turn. Really good power for what it is. Pulls down the road really well. Gauges are all functioning properly. Speedo, tach, oil pressure, voltage, fuel gauge, temperature. Looks like the temperature gauge is reading a little bit low, but it is working. No overheating issues with the car. When you pop the hatch in the back, it's all factory back there. Again, you got your T-top bags. Carpet looks good. Plastics look good back there. And then when you look in the engine bay, the bottom side of the hood is nice. This is the original numbers matching tuned port injected 5.7 that this IROC Camaro was born with. Firewall is nice. Inner fenders check out good. Radiator fluids front to back on this one are ready to go. Charging system is doing its job. Outside of the AC being converted to R134, and the tires being replaced, this is a very stock IROC. Normally these cars tend to be a rattle trap. The plastics get loose in here and they rattle around, and they have a lot of squeaks and rattles, moans and groans going down the road. This one doesn't have your normal IROC problems other than the paint fade. Doesn't have your mechanical issues that these cars have. It doesn't have any of the interior issues that these cars are known for. This is a really good example of a lower mileage IROC. All your glass is in great condition. I forgot to touch on that. Windshield looks good. Side windows look good. T-tops are very clear and easy to see out of. Back glass is nice as well. As always, I'm Michael. This is a 1987 Chevrolet IROC Z Camaro with 54,000 miles, tuned port injected 5.7, automatic transmission, cold AC. From myself and everybody else here at PC Classic Cars, we always appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of our test drives. Make sure you check out that additional media section on the website, pcclassiccars.com. Check out all of the really cool content we're posting out every single day across all of the social platforms. Catch you guys on the next video.